magulang kung ika'y maituturing. Minsan ay kaibigang mapagsabihan ng suliranin.
I am Anne-Lorraine Dumundon. I am Janelle Espinoza.
I am Jonathan Gagar.
I am Monica Liben. I am Rizal A. Macarog. I am Angela Frias Medina. And I am Chaska Marisi Navida.
And we are your future educators, ang magsisilbing gabay at liwanag tungo sa magandang kinabukasan.
Mahal kong guro, salamat sa iyong pagtuturo. Katotohanan ng mundo ay aking tatantong. Ikaw ang aking bayani, handang ialay ang iyong sarili para sa aking kapakanan. Ikaw ang gabay upang pangarap ko'y makamtan. Ikaw ang gabay upang pangarap ko'y makamtan.
Giving feedback to students and evaluating their performance are both difficult tasks in addition to teaching. They can keep track of their performance by being informed of their progress and being open about their grade. Once they realize they are falling behind their peers, this will further motivate them. When provided immediately, feedback and assessments are genuine. According to the CCT Performance Profile of 2010, teachers gather data on students' growth based on the variety of metrics including specific information and analysis about their successes or challenges with course curriculum, literacy or organizational, behavioral, and social or emotional skills along with detailed evidence and examples of performances.
This activity is aligned with Domain 5, Assessment and Reporting of the Philippine Professional Standards for Teachers. Domain 5 is composed of 5 strands, which are design, selection, organization, and utilization of assessment strategies. Second, monitoring and evaluation of learner progress and achievement. Third, feedback to improve learning. Next is communication of learner needs, progress, and achievement to key stakeholders. Lastly, use assessment data to enhance teaching and learning practices and programs. In this regard, this activity focuses on the processes associated with a variety of assessment tools and strategies used by teachers in monitoring, evaluating, documenting, and reporting learners' needs, progress, and achievement.
This part of our activity involves 2 DepEd orders. DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015 for assessment before the COVID-19 pandemic, and DepEd Order number 31, series of 2020 for interim assessment and grading during the pandemic under the Basic Education Continuity Plan. In our grading system, tables A and B correspond to DepEd Order number 8, series of 2015. Tables A encompasses the DepEd learning area, grades 1 to 10, for general subjects, while Table B encompasses the DepEd learning area for core subjects in senior high school. In Table A, based on our computations, using both manual and digital methods in the subjects languages AP or ESP, the learners who achieve passing grades are Learner B with a quarterly grade of 86 and Learner C with a quarterly grade of 78 in languages AP or ESP. In science and mathematics, the learners who pass are Learner B with a quarterly grade of 85 and Learner C with a quarterly grade of 77. Finally, in MAPE or EPP, the learners who pass are Learner B with a quarterly grade of 86 and Learner C with a quarterly grade of 78. In Table B, based on our computations, using both manual and digital methods, learners A and C did not achieve passing grades. Learner A needs improvement in written works, while Learner C needs improvement in all components. Furthermore, Table C and D correspond to DepEd Order number 30, series of 2020. Table C encompasses the DepEd learning area, grades 1 to 10, for general subjects, while Table D encompasses the DepEd learning area for core subjects in senior high school. In Table C, using both manual and digital methods in the subjects languages AP or ESP, Learner B achieved the highest initial grade of 82.21 with a quarterly grade of 88, corresponding to a descriptive equivalent of very satisfactory. In science and mathematics, Learner B also achieved the highest initial grade, which is 82.44 with a quarterly grade of 89, also corresponding to a descriptive equivalent of very satisfactory. Finally, in MAPE or EPP, Learner B achieved the highest initial grade of 81.99 with a quarterly grade of 88, again corresponding to a descriptive equivalent of very satisfactory. Lastly, in Table D, based on our computations using both manual and digital methods, none of 3 learners receive a very satisfactory grade. We have varying preferences when it comes to the approach used for systematically computing the learner's grades. However, the majority of us prefer to use the digital method, specifically Microsoft Excel, for computing grades because it is much easier than manual computation.
In computing the grades of the students, we believe that using an e-class record would be easier and more convenient than manually computing grades. With the use of e-class records like Microsoft Excel, it allows teachers to type inputs faster, resulting in less time spent recording. It also contributes to the accuracy of grade computation because software applications have a built-in numerical processes that can automatically calculate grades in matter of minutes. Overall, e-class record systems simplify the grading process and offer numerous benefits, making them an easier choice of managing student grades. Additionally, it is important to employ a systematic approach in computing the grades of the students. Systematic grading enables effective tracking of the student progress and target instructional improvements. In the K-12 basic education program, a standard and competency-based grading system is used. Using a systematic approach to compute student grades is essential since it will likely promote fairness, authenticity, and credibility in evaluation, reducing the potential for bias. Also, it enhances transparency, allowing students to understand how their performance is assessed and fostering trust.
Moreover, there is a need to complete the different school forms. In accordance with the DepEd guidelines on checking school forms, all DepEd accredited schools are required to update their school forms to provide a trustworthy assurance mechanism for students' information and ensure the promptness and quality of the school reports. These forms serve as essential tools for data collection and record keeping, allowing educational authorities to monitor and evaluate the performance and progress of schools, students, and teachers. Furthermore, it facilitates the allocation of resources and also assists in complying with legal and regulatory requirements, ensuring transparency, accountability, and the delivery of quality education. These school forms must be completed at the beginning of each school year, as well as every day, every month, every 3 months, and at the end of the school year. Due to the compilation of all relevant educational background for the students' education for documentation and future purposes, school forms must be completed in accordance with the schedules. If the school forms are not completed according to the specified schedule set by DepEd, it may lead to disruptions in the education data management system, potentially affecting the accuracy of the student information and school reports. Delayed school forms might impede the smooth operation of numerous school tasks and can result in academic disruptions, administrative confusion, and possibly legal implications. Therefore, it is critical to complete the various school forms on time in order for the school to run smoothly, efficiently, and effectively.
In this activity, we generated sample computations of the grades of the students using the assessment criteria in DepEd Order Number 31, Series of 2020. The sample computations that we accomplish, we included 15 students, and since our specialization is general, we just choose one subject, which is English. The weights of the components in the languages are 40% in written words that are administered through quizzes and long or unit tests, and 60% in performance tasks that allow learners to demonstrate their knowledge and abilities in diverse ways.
School forms are necessary for both the school and the learners, as their record can be seen. All educational background significant to the students' education is compiled. This form consists of school forms 1 to 10. School form 1 is the master list of class enrollment, including their personal information that needs to be completed at the beginning of the school year. It is prepared by the class advisors through the Learner Information System or LIS, an online facility operated by the DepEd. School Form 2 consists of the recordings of the attendance, absences, or tardiness of the students that needs to be completed on a daily basis as is administered by the class advisors. School Form 3 is all about the issued and returned books. The class advisors will list the books by title that will be issued and returned by the learners. It is prepared through the Learner Information System (LIS) and manual. It is usually accomplished at the beginning of the school year and at the end of the school year. Moreover, at the end of the school year, School Form 5 consists of the list of students promoted or retained by the class, usually prepared by the class advisors through the Learner Information System or LIS. On the other hand, School Form 8 is the Learner Basic Health Nutrition Profile. It is the per-learner assessment of the body mass index that is usually administered by the class advisors or MAPI teachers at the beginning of the school year and at the end of this school year. School Form 9, formerly Form 138, is the individual academic, behavioral, and attendance report by quarter. It can be prepared manually and done quarterly by the advisor. Lastly, School Form 10, the learner's permanent academic record, which is simplified and standardized from the former Form 137, is generated by the class advisor manually and is to be prepared quarterly. We are exposed to various data forms and e-class records in those activities that will give us opportunities to examine and accomplish different forms, compute quarterly grades and final grades, and accomplish e-class records aligned with our specialization. As a future teacher, digitalized method approach is more convenient to use to compute the grades of our learners. By making data entry easier, creating marks based on rows scores automatically, and providing a more error-free calculation than manually computing the grades of learners. Using tools like e-class record would speed up the grading process. This approach also promotes transparency in grading criteria, allowing students to understand how their scores in various areas contribute to their final grade. BEE 2020 found that the e-class record, which is formatted by using a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet file document, gives the teachers an important grading information and evaluations on which class recording of grades are now more reliable and efficient.
And among the various school forms of DepEd, our group's opinion varies on which school form is the easiest to accomplish. Some of us says that SF1 or school register is the easiest form to accomplish because it contains a list of learners who are officially enrolled and attending classes. However, some of our group members said that school form 2 or the daily attendance is the easiest school form to accomplish. Moreover, some of our members says that school form 3 or books issued return forms is the easiest school forms to accomplish because it may be employed if the school is dispersing books and others instructional materials to learners. On the other hand, the majority of us said that SF9, also known as the Learner's Report Card, is the hardest school form to complete. These reports are intended to demonstrate students' academic growth and to list their final grades for every subject. In addition to the fact that it must be prepared manually, this form requires a lot more data to be submitted than the others. To lessen the difficulty encountered in accomplishing SF9, using an e-class record will lessen the burden of computing
evaluation, just as assessment and reporting help the students, they also help us teachers. It allows teachers to see if the teaching has been effective and ensures the students learn what they need to know in order to meet the course learning objectives. From this activity, we gained the use of assessment data in a variety of ways to inform and enhance the teaching and learning process and programs. We also learned that teachers should provide learners with necessary feedback about learning outcomes.